Hello, everyone. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting live, Apple Valley.
Science and technology, that's our bag.
Do not shoot the messenger
Yep.
for this episode today.
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
We've been talking about gums and microplastics bad, and I came across this article that said gum from a plant good for flu and HSV virus.
Yeah, so that picture right there, almost looks like a leather pouch, doesn't it?
Well, it's like a pod. It's
yeah,
a pod.
But I mean, it looks like somebody has like a border sewn around the border, almost like a pouch you'd make. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's pretty funny.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. In our increasingly connected world, infectious diseases are a growing threat, a national security threat. Outbreaks of viruses like H1N1, SARS, Ebola, Zika, that Zika's dangerous, and H5N1 bird flu, along with COVID-19 pandemic, have shown how quickly diseases can spread and how serious their global health and economic impacts can be. Check this out. A chewing gum made from lablab beans, which we're showing you the pod right here on the screen. You're getting it first from us. May be the next big tool in fighting viral transmission. Scientists found that this gum can neutralize influenza and herpes viruses by over 95% by targeting the mouth, where many infections begin. Building on success in COVID-19 research, the team is now exploring its use against bird flu, not just in people, but also in poultry. Let's make the hens chew the gum too, right? Offering a novel and natural antiviral defense. Would you like to know more?
Even more common viruses also create serious challenges. Seasonal influenza returns every year, leading to widespread illness and costing the U.S. more than $11.2 billion annually. Herpes simplex virus 1, HSV1, which spreads mainly through oral contact, infects more than two-thirds of the global population and is the leading cause of infectious blindness in Western countries.
Low vaccination rates for the flu and the absence of a vaccine for HSV highlight the need for new strategies. One promising approach is to reduce viral load at the point of transmission, right? For viruses like flu and HSV, which are often spread more easily through the mouth and the nose, this means targeting the oral cavity. I'm going to say that again, targeting the oral cavity. Now, in a study published in Molecular Therapy, researchers at the School of Dental Medicine, you think that's natural dentists come up with this, at the University of Pennsylvania and collaborators in Finland have done just that.
Building on their previous work, now in clinical trial, showing that a similar approach was able to reduce SARS-CoV-2 in COVID-19 patient saliva or swab samples by more than 95%.
Wow.
That's a pretty high number. Henry Daniel, W.D. Miller professor in Penn's School of Dental Medicine, and collaborators tested the ability of a chewing gum made from lablab beans, lablab purpureus, that naturally contains an antiviral trap protein, FRIL, to neutralize two herpes simplex viruses. Because right now, there's really no cure for this stuff, right? Herpes is what it is.
I don't know that this is a cure. I think it's a prevention, like a prophylactic.
Right.
Maybe the microplastics soak up the virus.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know if there's microplastics in this.
Yeah, so again, we're talking about HSV1.
And it's a gum that you chew. It's a gum that you chew.
The one I'm chewing right now.
Yep.
And two influenza A strains, H1N1 and H3N2. The chewing gum formulation allowed for effective and consistent release of frill at sites of viral infection.
Okay, so we're going to go nerdy right now. We're going to talk to you about lablab and this bean and everything, okay? So stick with us. Lablab purpureus is a species of bean in the family Fabaceae. Did I say that right?
Sure.
Fabaceae. It is native to sub-Saharan Africa, and it is cultivated throughout the tropics for food. English language common names include hyacinth bean, lablab bean, Boniface bean or pea, Dolichos. Is that Doritos or Dolichos?
Dolichos bean.
Dolichos bean, Siem or Sem bean, lablab bean, Egyptian kidney bean, Indian bean, bata, and Australian pea. There's a lot of names.
Yeah.
Lablab is a monotypic monotypical genus. Okay.
Monotypic. Okay. As there is a high degree of variability in
Phenotypes.
including relative maturity, yield, susceptibility to insect attack, and drought resistance, cultivation can vary accordingly depending on the accession and environmental factors. However, when the lablab is first planted in a field, it is beneficial to inoculate the seeds with a specialized rhizobium
Yeah.
bacteria.
Pesticides. Hit it,
Yeah,
man.
I guess so. Which can't be healthy for you, right? The
Right.
seeds are either broadcast and then covered or sown to a depth of 5 centimeters using the drill seed technique.
The drill seed technique.
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay.
The seed bed must be kept free of weeds in the early stages of growth, as the young plants succumbs easily to weed pressure.
It is generally accepted that harvesting fodder crops at the transition between vegetative and reproductive stages gives the best compromise between yield and quality, as after this stage they become higher in fiber and lignin content and lower in protein content, leading to reduced digestibility and acceptability to livestock. When lablab is stored as hay, the main challenge is the loss of dry matter from the leaves. Farmers suggest grinding it and storing it in bags or making gum. This can also prevent damage from direct sunlight or rain.
Due to its symbiosis with nitrogen-fixing rhizobium bacteria, lablab beans has low soil fertility requirements.
Cool.
And can be an important part of an agricultural system that improves soil nitrogen availability. The rate of nitrogen fixation has been shown to be highest when combined with phosphorus fertilization, and phosphorus is required for rhizobium attachment to roots. Okay. This is pretty heavy stuff for just farming, right?
Get your nerd hat on. I told you.
Its cultivation also increases potassium and phosphorus availability. These soil improving properties make lablab attractive for intercropping, mixed cropping systems, and as a green manure. Ooh, that sounds interesting. For example,
green eggs and manure.
For example, intercropping lablab maize can improve multiple soil functions, including microbial diversity with minimal to no loss of maize field.
Yeah, so it turns out this little thing that you see on the screen here, bubble gum, prevent flu and herpes, food, you name it, man. It's like that. What's that green thing that the duckweed? It's like the duckweed.
Duckweed.
You remember that?
Yeah, we just
it's not wabbit weed. It's duckweed.
We just talked about that. Yeah, it looks like a lily.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
this could cure everything.
I mean,
I
chew gum. I'd give it a shot. See what happens. That's not exactly what I would chew gum.
Don't shoot the messengers, folks. We're just, keeping it real.
Yeah.
Click that like button. I guess it affects the algorithm. That's what Scott was saying.
Whatever the heck an algorithm is. Yeah. I don't even know what that is.
So, I don't know either. So, just click it. Whether you like it or not, click like. Thank you.
Take care. You guys have a good day. Take care.